Haitians rule at the Super Bowl. They are some of the best players.
And that's the new fan favorite, Jason Pierre-Paul.
Straight back to throw, gets sacked back at the 16-yard line by Jason Pierre-Paul.
Jason Pierre-Paul, South Florida.
Back batted down passes, and that's Pierre-Paul again. Second year out of South Florida, #1 draft choice in 2010. Made the Pro Bowl and with the Perry Fuel, and he said, that's a good thing, isn't it?
Yeah, and here he is again. He knows he can't get there. Nice job by Matt Light. So what do? You know Tom Brady wants to get the ball out quickly. Once you're blocked, get settled and jump. And there's his father, and that's quite a story.
Yeah, his dad blind. He came from Haiti. He's listening to the game in his native French in the stands. It's the first time he has been to a game as Danny Woodhead takes it up to the 23-yard line. So they come from Haiti. They grow up in Florida, does Pierre-Paul. His son, of course, makes a huge splash here after being drafted by the Giants #1, 16.5 sacks this season. And knew so little about football and what everything was about. That's when he said to Fuel, hey, the Pro Bowl, that's a good thing, right?
Just such a remarkable story that even as a baby, Jason Pierre-Paul was watched by his blind father who could make his way around the house effortlessly and never had an issue.
3rd and 7, and Chad Ochocinco comes into the game. The one-time Johnson, the one-time Bengal.
He's slamming game to gaming to have us all jumping while we're cheering it. J is for JP, is for Pierre, scratching temple. The last beat, Paul, it's just that simple. It's sort of like a well, another way to call a sack of beat.
And he gives it to Woodhead, and Woodhead gets taken down in the backfield by who else? JPP. Jason Pierre-Paul, play after play.
He's not a normal human being. This guy is too athletic to weigh 285 pounds. Right off the edge, they don't block him because most defensive ends can't get there. He is simply going to be unblocked by the design of the play, and he runs down Danny Woodhead. What a remarkable player that young man is.
The Haitians rule at the Super Bowl. They are some of the best players. Stanley ARNOUX, New Orleans Saints, linebacker. Cliff AVRIL, Detroit Lions, defensive end. D'Anthony Batiste, Denver Broncos, offensive tackle. Jacques CESAIRE, San Diego Chargers, defensive end. Junior Galette, New Orleans Saints, defensive end. Goster CHERILUS, Detroit Lions, offensive tackle. Antonio Cromartie, New York Jets, cornerback. Dominique Rodgers-Cromartie, Arizona Cardinals, cornerback. Louis Delmas, Detroit Lions, safety. Vladimir Ducasse, NFL player. Elvis Dumervil, Denver Broncos, outside linebacker. Pierre Garçon, Indianapolis Colts, wide receiver. Ricky Jean-Francois, San Francisco 49ers, defensive lineman. Max Jean-Gilles, Philadelphia Eagles, offensive guard. Rashad Jeanty, Cincinnati Bengals, outside linebacker. Carlos Joseph, NFL player. Evan Joseph, Tampa Bay Buccaneers, offensive guard. William Joseph, Oakland Raiders, defensive tackle. Vernon Morency, NFL player. Steve Octavian, Dallas Cowboys, linebacker. John St. Deke, NFL player. Jonathan Velma, New Orleans Saints linebacker and now the Haitian sensation, Giants defensive end, Jason Pierre-Paul. Let's learn more about Jason Pierre-Paul.
My name is Jason Pierre-Paul, University of South Florida.
The Haitian sensation.
Defensive end.
Jason only played one season of major college ball, but the NFL loves his quickness and power.
throws.
Jason's explosion off the line helps him crush our censored heavy bag with over 2,600 pounds of force. In only a few steps, Jason hit the heavy bag harder than anyone else we've tested, and he's not even the biggest guy. Turns out the secret to his strength is back handsprings. All right, so you're about to do crazy backflips in pads.
In pads, so it's harder in pads.
Pads aren't his only obstacle. The average male Olympic gymnast is 5'4", 130. Jason's a foot taller and twice as heavy. His 81-inch wingspan is huge. And according to the proportions detailed in Da Vinci's Vitruvian Man, his arms are 2 inches longer than normal. He's not exactly built like a gymnast.
This is Jason Pierre-Paul. They named JPP doing the actual backflips on sports science.
3, 2, 1, go! Stop! Woo! Oh, that's amazing. Jason rotates his body around its center of gravity at a speed of 11 miles an hour. With every rotation, his feet and hands sustain forces of up to 3 times his body weight, over 800 pounds. And he can do this 23 times in a row. In less than half a minute, he's experiencing cyclic loading of almost 18,000 pounds of cumulative force. That means over 30 seconds, his hands, arms, and shoulders absorb more weight than the entire roster of the New Orleans Saints. And that's why Jason hit the heavy bag harder than anyone else in the lab. It's no wonder the NFL sees a defender who will bend over backwards to get to the quarterback. For Sports Science on ESPN, I'm John Brinkus.
I'm right now in South Africa, so wait. The world on democracy.
The award-winning TV show, every other Saturday on Channel 34, 6:30 to 7:30 p.m. Live from New York with your host.
Haitian artist activist Smith Joe.
Good evening, as you know, the star Smith George.
I'm very honored to receive this award this evening.
When you get after them, start to run, get after the quarterback. All day, every day.
Grossman in trouble, and down he goes. And that's the new fan favorite, Jason Pierre-Paul.
Straight back. The throw gets sacked back at the 16-yard line by Jason Pierre-Paul. Wow. It was so fast I could barely say it. Roll to his right, avoids the sack, then gets tackled and dropped at the 35 by Jason Pierre-Paul. Win, win, win! Slides to his left, he's under pressure, and he's going to get sacked back at the 40-yard line. Under pressure, and he gets sacked back at the 42-yard line by Jason Pierre-Paul, his second of the game.
This kid comes to play.
Let's go! Let's go, baby! Brady back, he's under pressure, he's going to get hit, and he's going to get sacked. As Pierre-Paul gets the sack, hand off for Bush, tries to bounce outside, tackled by Jason Pierre-Paul back at the 40. Loss of 5. Grossman back, and he's going to get sacked by Jason Pierre-Paul. I barely could describe it. It happened so fast. The pressure, avoids the sack. It's tripped up, knocked into the end zone, and he goes down. hit, sack. That's how you close the deal. For the tie, 6 seconds to go. Snap, placement, kick.
It is blocked and the Giants win the game! The Giants have come to Dallas and they have beaten the Cowboys by the final of 37 to 34.
JPP! What a guy! What a guy! Oh.
Blue Army with harmony. Defense, unload on 'em. JPP, I can't explain him. He's slamming game to gaming. To have us all jumping while we're cheering it. J is for JP, is for Pierre, scratching temple. The last Pierre-Paul, it's just that simple. It's sorta like a well, another way to call a sack of meat. 4 little letters and he's really missing. He gets a by invasion on a QB bumping in a gaming. I think I gotta keep on explaining. Busted, he ever get a block, he meets it with a nice hello. He gets around and through it, over it and deals a blow. He hits on play to play, he's what you wanna know about. Then he lines up with Tuck and OC and they bring the house. The Flutie line, G to the I to the A to the N to the D. But he ain't got friends in this house. It's JPP time, other teams are scared to visit. There's no room for playing nice, just room to hit it. How many QBs out there know just what I'm getting at? You wait too long to throw the ball and you'll be on your back. Well, if you do that JPP, you probably just got ripped. And if you didn't, here's your membership. Get out with JPP. Yeah, you know me. Get out with JPP. Yeah, you know me. Get out with Big Blue D. Yeah, you know me. Who's down for JPP? Every last QB. Get out with JPP. Yeah, you know me. Get out with JPP. Yeah, you know me. Get out with Big Blue D. Yeah, you know me. Who's down for JPP? Every last QB. Hail and Haiti, JPP, you're so astounded. The first you said you stand, but the last you answer's grounded. He's the strongest, tallest,